This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Well, geez, this episode has it all, doesn't it? It has free falls. It has prison guards. It has stories about the traffic.
Yep, and that's the Holy Trinity.
That's
and
what they
barley
say.
chat.
And a lot of barley chat.
Whoa.
Doesn't it
The
feel...
Holy Quadfecta.
One of my
Quinella.
favourite...
Means quinella. Quinella means four.
Is it?
Yep.
Quinella? Really? Is it?
If you get on a
Sounds
quinella,
like a Mexican dish.
yeah, if you get on a quinella, so if you're at the
Yeah,
dogs,
quesadilla.
say you're betting on the dish lickers, and you can pick first, that pays out really well. If you can pick first, second, and third, that's a trifecta. That like pays out like a lot because you picked first, second, and third. And if you pick the quadfecta,
Yeah.
quinella, that's four, first, second, third, and fourth.
You got any pro tips at the moment for the dogs, Belle, the natural born chasers?
Yeah. Don't let them and adopt them and save them. That's my pro tip.
I've not heard of that dog, but I'll put some money on it this weekend. Hey,
Imagine if someone in greyhound racing called their dog Adopt Me.
coming over there, and it's so sad if they lose. Like, adopt me, coming around the corner now. Oh, not just beaten out by Irish songs.
Adopt me, adopt me, adopt me, coming up, adopt me.
Well, it's true.
They should call someone should call their dog. I want to adopt that dog. So then the race caller, the race caller has to be, I want to adopt that dog. I want to adopt that dog. And you go, got you. Now you gotta adopt it.
Well, enjoy the episode. The traffic was terrible last night. I was an absolute standstill, Ben and Belle. Yeah, I know. On Collins Street. I was lining up there to turn left on Exhibition Street.
Why are you driving in the CBD?
I was
What are you doing?
Picking up Sarah from work. She's a nurse and works in the city in the sort of hospital region. Now, it's sort of around where the flashy stores are there, like Cartier and Harrods and
I know the spot.
Rolex.
It's the,
you know,
Paris end.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and there's lots of hook turns and that sort of stuff. And is it Hermes? Is that how you say it?
Hermes, yeah.
Hermes.
Yeah, so very like you're walking past the window and being like, seriously,
Yeah,
like the
they've got
Balenciaga
security.
shoes, they're like
Yeah.
clogs for like $3,000. You're like, who's shopping in here?
I always love when you walk past those stores. Never been into one, but you walk past them and they've got security at the door and they've got 3 staff and nobody in there.
Yep, and a red rope.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like a nightclub. So I was getting annoyed, like I was going nowhere fast, but you sort of know that's the way it works, right? So I'm there like tapping my steering wheel, just like, Jesus, traffic is so bad, and that is the CBD at peak
Yes.
hour. You're expecting gridlock, but this was jammed up. So I didn't know if there was an accident or something. And I didn't really have like a red line on my maps though, which was kind of annoying. Like at least when you expect
Yeah.
it, you're like, oh, it's red. We could be here for half an hour. Who
Yes.
knows? But the lines are all right. And I was starting to sort of rump a little bit. And I was getting like, sort of like grumpy. And I was just getting really pissed. And this bloke actually like came up to me. And I thought it was like a road rage thing. This bloke, like he comes up to me and like taps my window.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it sort of startled me because like, whoa, like I was in my own little world a little bit, and he did like the wind down
yeah.
the window thing. And I was like, oh, geez, like what's going to go in here? So I
So
did.
you did it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I feel like you're about to get.
yeah. It wasn't like an aggressive knock, but it was like,
Yeah.
and he wasn't like a police officer. It was just like a dude.
Yeah.
Just
And
wind-
you
wind
did
your
it. I
window
would
down.
never put my window down to that.
Well, I'm not going to disobey him. Then he'll get angrier. So I've wound down the window, and he seriously, he just said to me, he's like, mate, this is a taxi rank.
Oh,
Oh.
And I was sitting in an effing taxi rank
you didn't.
for about
Oh my God, Liam.
10 minutes behind 8 parked cars. Like it was like because there's the hotel there, and I was just sitting in the. I was like, "Come on, guys, this is going nowhere."
You're a moron.
I thought
You
it was
idiot.
banked up to turn left, and I was like, "This is." So the guy's pretty
He
much
was a
like,
good Samaritan.
yeah. He was a taxi driver. So he was.
Right.
So he was. There was all taxis in front of me. He was a taxi driver. He's like, "Mate, this is a taxi rank," and I was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh right, yeah, that makes
God.
sense." They're all just waiting for like lifts.
Wow.
It was
You
like-
didn't realise that there was 10 taxis in front of you.
A lot of taxis out today. Like traffic's so bad out here. So you're in a car yard. You've been here for 2 days. This is where we sell Hyundais. Okay, you can't drive here.
He wants to do so many things before Ben Harvey turns 30. 30 things before he's 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 30.
I wouldn't want to see my friend Ben turn 30 in a couple of short weeks without having a nipple piercing. You know, that's something that everyone should experience before they turn 30. or making a half-court shot, drinking some breast milk, maybe jumping off a 10-metre diving board. That's what someone suggested yesterday. So we went out to MSAC to warm up, Ben, as well, before you do the 10-metre. I think, like, legally, like, we had a trainer there, Belinda, she was great.
Yep.
You had to do, like, the 3-metre, the 5-metre, the 7-metre to prove that you could do the 10-metre without dying.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even those heights alone, like, I don't know if you've ever seen how high they are before, but it's definitely pretty scary. So this is how Ben went yesterday at the MSAC. Mate, the big 10-metre, how you feeling?
I think I feel okay down here, but I reckon once I get up there, it'll be a different story. I'm very thankful that I do have a coach. Belinda, what advice do you have for me or guidance to not die?
To not die, I think you just need to maintain that nice tight body as you're hitting the water at 60 k's an hour.
Belinda, what happens if you don't keep your body tight?
That's going to hurt.
I'm
Yeah.
going to give it my best shot.
Like proud parents watching our kid jump.
I'm rattled. I'm actually rattled. It's so high. All right, here Ben goes. Off the 3-metre.
3.
Elite form.
Up you go.
Go, Ben.
This is like half.
I don't know what his arms were doing.
Halfway through, that's only the 5-metre. How you feeling?
Yeah, the 5 was a little sloppy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's gone up in places where I didn't think it would go up.
Well, you know, at least you've had one. You know, Freddie might not have a brother and sister.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I was talking about my...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I call you tomorrow. You're at the diving park again. You got it, man. He needs to make this jump clean if he wants to take the 10-metre. Jump. It's a gee-whiz. It's pretty high.
That started to give me a bit of a worry then.
We're up on the 10-metre. Ben. Oh, no, I don't want to walk anymore.
Now I'm looking at the edge. It's so high.
What, are you backing out?
I might do another practice off the 7.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Tell you what, I would have chickened out at that point, Ben. The 10-metre, I mean, it's so high. When you're up there, it is so high.
I went up with Ben, as you just heard, and yeah, it got really hot. Like, it's really hot up
You
there.
kept saying how
it's
hot
really
it was.
humid.
You kept saying how hot it was.
No, the heat rises. We're at the top, like near the
I don't know-
MSAC roof.
I don't know why we sent Belle up with me because her nervous energy was really getting under my skin.
That's the thing, because you've probably got to push yourself off, right? Like, you've got to jump, because if you step off, you could fall back and hit your head.
Oh.
And also, if you fall too far forward, you're going to smash your face into the water at 60 k's an hour. If you fall too far back, you're going to smash the back of your back.
So Belinda had this whole technique, which I never realised, but when you jump off, you have to go T, so arms out T, arms up I, and then you have to throw your hands back in a circle because the hands lifting you off the ground makes sure you're on an even kilter, because if you're at the slightly bit off, once you start to tip over, you can't bring it back. So I think the thing that got me was 3 was clean, 5 was okay, 7 was sloppy.
7 was slop. The amount of water that went up your butt.
So then when I walked up to the 10, I'm thinking, oh my God, my 7 was sloppy. I'm getting worse form as I go.
Because you've got more time to panic, right?
I psyched myself out.
Yeah. Well, did Ben make it? Did he jump off the 10-metre diving board? Well,
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
the challenge put to us at this time yesterday was for Ben to jump off the 10-metre diving board at MSAC.
Drinking breast milk, a breeze. Getting my nipple pierced, an absolute breeze.
Oh,
When
well,
you're-
you say absolute breeze. I mean, you were squealing like a pig.
In comparison to standing on the 10-metre diving board was absolutely horrifying.
Even if you're not really like scared of heights,
Yeah.
it's the idea of like and Ben and I, like, some people have been saying like skydiving. We've been skydiving twice together, and that's like someone's forcing you out, so you
Yeah.
don't really have a choice. But when you have to like jump off yourself, it's a
Yeah.
whole, and it's, you know, it's not a bungee, because bungee you're just going to bounce back out. But I suppose
Yeah.
the diving board, like, although it's pretty safe, but if you cook it and just hit like on your stomach, like, ooh, that's not fun.
It's so high, right? I'm going to try and put you there. It's so high that when you're standing on the edge of the platform, you start to get dizzy. You start to
Yeah.
get vertigo because you're like, if I fall off right now, I'm gone. And it's also so high that what they do is they spray. They've got like these like shower water jets, and they spray it onto the surface of where you're going to dive because it's such a high fall that they've got to break the water surface so that if you do stuff it up, you don't die.
And so you can see the top of the water, I think
Yep.
I said. So it's like you can actually see, oh, there's the water.
Yeah,
Oof.
Well,
it's horrifying.
You're coming down at 60 clicks. That's just the way it works. So to warm up, Ben did the 3 metre, the 5 metre, the 7 metre.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to the 10 metre and thought, maybe not. So went back to the 7 metre
chickened out.
for another practice.
Chickened out.
I honestly was like, there was a moment there I was like, oh, maybe he's not going to do it. But let's take you back 10 metres above the MSAC pool.
It's the hardest thing I've had to do on radio, Belle.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
What's the fear? It's way worse than nipple piercing.
We've cracked Ben.
Well,
Huge day.
I don't think... I know I can do it, but I'm just so scared.
I'm sorry.
Zonda, you got a pep talk?
You can do it.
Very good.
Any last words?
Tell my son I love him.
Oh, okay. No, that's too raw. Too raw. Too raw.
You got it.
3, 2, 1. Waiting for him to arise. Waiting for him to arise. Oh, baby. Oh.
Look at his.
That was a slap. Bro, how you feeling?
Ah, I'm good.
Oh, man. How's the...
Can I show you something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is right in there. I've heard of people bleaching their... I think you've chlorinated yours.
My Nova budgie smugglers went so far up my backside that they were touching my neck. Like, that's how high up my back they went.
And there is footage of it that you can see on the Ben Lehman Belle socials, on our Instagram, on the TikTok. I like as you jump out, like, you know, you used to dive as like doing like really clean dives. You see, there's like a freeze frame in the video, and your leg kind of goes, like your leg's like kicking out side to side.
Like chicken leg. It's
Oh, okay, well then you do it next time.
Yeah, look, I'm glad it's one that we didn't have to do. That's for sure. But yeah, no, good on you, mate. You've tackled the 10 metre. Look, if there's a challenge or an experience you think Ben should have before he turns 30, you can always get in touch. You can text in 0459 888 100.
A lot of these have been silly, but that one for me was like, after I did feel good. I was like, well, that's a good thing to say I've
You've
done
conquered
that.
it. Yeah.
I follow a girl on Insta. She's a pro cliff diver. She does 20 metres.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
girl,
the Red Bull girl. She does 20 metres. So maybe we could just do that next. Just
Way to
double
shame. Way to shame my 10 metres, Belle. Oh, I know a girl that did 20. Oh, yeah, cool.
that. She does them regularly.
Well, there's also, why don't we do a Red Bull? We could do that Red Bull thing where you jump out of a plane with a parachute and then the other people with parachutes have to, like, strap you up like Travis Pastrana.
Did you guys, was it, Ben, you live kind of near me. Was it your bin day yesterday?
It was, yeah.
Did you see all the bins everywhere from all the wind? Like everyone's bins were on the street and there was rubbish everywhere? Or was that just my
It was
neighbourhood?
super windy, wasn't it? I didn't specifically see all the bins blown over, but it was very windy.
Tell
It
you
was
what.
like my whole neighbourhood.
Be careful, guys, because now that you've revealed bin day, people probably can work out where you live, and then they might rob you whilst we're doing the show from 6 to 9. So just, you got to be very careful
My
with what you
mum's
share.
home. Please don't rob my mum.
Speaking of, knowing where we live, Belle, we're in kind of similar areas. I was driving down High Street yesterday, and there was a guy walking down the street wearing a sandwich sign, and it said the government's controlling the weather, just so you know. And I just found that fun.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know. He doesn't want you to do anything.
And I'll go on record and say that I wouldn't be surprised if they could control the weather.
I actually thought about that the other day as well. I was like, all these like this backwards and forwards in the weather at
Yeah.
the moment. I was like,
Yeah,
ooh.
absolutely.
To be honest, it'd
Is
actually
it?
it'd be a good way to getting votes if like they just came out and said, hey, so we
You know
actually
what?
can control the weather. And if you vote Labor, we'll make it like 26 and sunny
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah,
Because
don't-
you would literally be like,
Yeah.
whatever I don't care what your policies are, I'm just going to go, like, whatever, I'm voting for you.
Yeah, government.
Well,
we know.
screw the
We
environment
know
systems.
you can control the weather. Stop hiding it. Be upfront about it, and use it as one of your policies.
Tell us. The like animal marijuana party, even if they came out, there's weird little parties. If they came out and they're like, guys, we can actually do it. I know where the button is. You'd get in. You'd get voted
Next
in.
time, because politicians always want to come on the show, we 9 times out of 10 say no because we don't get political. But next time a politician wants to come on, Alba or whatever, we should get them on and we should say, mate, can you control the weather?
Well, he'll say no. That's
I
not
know, but then
Imagine
we
if you just dropped a bomb. Yeah, we can.
yeah.
Whoa.
Put him on a lie detector test. I'd really love to just stick it to
Yeah,
him.
if we get Albo on, put him on a lie detector test, and we get listeners to text in their theories, and we ask him point blank, and he has to answer them.
Tell you
truthfully.
what, this is a great radio break for that sandwich board guy in High Street. He'd be like, yes! My message is getting out there. I've been telling everyone. Finally, they're getting onto it.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Emma in Surrey Hills, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah, morning, guys. How are you?
Nice,
Love
yeah,
that.
not too bad. We've got 5 questions here. First one, Robert Irwin has been announced as the new co-host of I'm a Celeb, Get Me Out of Here. I saw him on the project yesterday being like, the only reason I agreed to this show is they're going to stop using animals and spiders and snakes, which is great, but I'm also like, isn't that the whole show? Isn't it just celebrities on a show and they put a spider on their head?
Yeah.
Well, not anymore, because Bob's there.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, do you know who he's co-hosting alongside Emma? It's Robert Irwin and...
Oh, that lady.
This is a toughie. I think this is a toughie.
If.
that lady.
I know who it
Been
is.
around for like 2 decades.
I know she has, but I think a lot of people like Emma just think that lady.
With the glasses and the short
Yeah,
hair.
and she's
Yeah,
very
that's
funny.
right.
I love her. I think she's hilarious. But
Do you
Yeah.
know the name? Starts with a J.
Julie, but like...
oh, you're close.
Mm.
Second name
Yeah.
M. Julia.
What's Julia?
Julia Morrison?
Julia Morris. I feel like we'll give you that.
Yeah, I think
you-
you get the
so.
first time caller, long time listener, first
Yeah, I get
question
that.
pass.
and you saying that lady, I think you showed your workings. Like you knew, you sort of knew her.
Yeah.
You could picture her, but you couldn't
I
quite
won't
name
forget
her.
it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'll
that's
always
it.
remember
You,
it.
you remember that one. Well, happy birthday to Vegemite. 100 years old today. What's one ingredient in Vegemite?
Salt.
Yeah, there's salt in there. St. Michael's Grammar in St Kilda has banned Halloween. You can't ban Halloween. Can you name a type of pumpkin?
Squash.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just another word. That's what Americans call pumpkins, right?
I would
No,
accept.
that's a different
A
vegetable.
squash?
We are doing a quick Google.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emma.
Are we not giving her that?
I don't think we're giving you
It's
that.
a different vegetable.
I'm sorry, Emma. I would have given you squash, but
Nah,
the
sorry,
jury
Emma.
has said no.
You've fallen over. You've stumbled one too many times. Jess in South and Rain, can you give us a type of pumpkin, please?
Butternut.
Butternut is the big one, I would say, yeah. The price of chocolate is set to skyrocket because global cacao prices have surged to the highest level in 44 years. Can you spell cacao?
Cacao.
Yeah.
C-A... No?
Sorry, Jess.
Gonna have to move on to Jamie now. Tona, can you spell it? Cacao?
So what? Sorry?
Cacao.
Cacao? with a
Yeah.
T?
Yeah, with a C. Yeah.
T-I-C.
No.
Nah, mate. Nah. See you, fella. Sorry, mate. We're going to have to move to Travis in Sunbury.
Just let me say 13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you think you can spell this word. We have got a smart speaker
Well, hang on. Is
up
it,
for
are we doing
grabs.
cacao or cocoa?
It's
Hang
Coco.
on. Okay. Now I'm getting. There's a bit of. Well, what if is it cacao?
I'm pretty sure it's cacao.
C-A-C. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, Travis. How you doing?
Hey, Travis.
Yeah, mate. Good.
Can you spell, like, one of the things in chocolate? I'm pretty sure they're all the same thing, right?
Yeah, sugar. S-U-C-S-U-J-A-R.
Yeah, well, that's not how you spell sugar, and that's not even what we're going for, so we can't accept that.
Suja.
This is not really going very well this morning. There's confusion from all sides. Bailey and Geelong. Can you just spell chocolate for us? That's probably easier.
Don't change the word. Don't change the
Should we
word.
change it? Or just spell chalk. Just spell chalk.
Yeah, Bailey, just spell.
I would
yeah.
like to hear him spell cacao.
Yeah.
Spell chalk.
What am I spelling?
Bailey, just chalk for us.
Choc.
Yep.
C-H-O-C.
Yeah, that'll do. Let's move on. The number one song on the Aussie charts
Can
now.
we go back to that? Because I feel like we need to explain. So, the way we wanted it to be spelled was C-O-C-O-A.
Yeah.
Cacao.
Yes. Yes.
But producer Andy out there is flailing his arms.
Andy,
And
can
he's
you
saying,
come in, mate?
he's saying
You
that
come in.
CACAO.
What did you want? What did you want, sir?
Cacao?
So Andy, can we just turn his mic on there? What were you thinking for that one?
So chocolate is expensive because the price of cocoa has gone up.
So that's how you spell cocoa.
Yes.
Isn't cocoa COCO?
A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
well,
So, and,
cacao.
you know,
Hang on,
That's
so
why
what's
it's a funny
cacao?
word.
What's cacao?
A different thing.
What is it?
What is that?
It's like the little nibs.
That's insane.
But isn't cocoa made from cacao?
I mean,
I think if we trace it, I
Wow.
think Belle and I are correct if you trace it back far enough.
there are two
Yeah.
different words. There's the cocoa bean and the cacao
Yes.
nib thing.
Yes, but the reason chocolate's so expensive is cacao has gone up.
And where did you read that?
Well, I'm assuming because you just said cocoa, the price of cocoa has gone up.
Well, I
but
read the
cocoa's
article.
gone up because cacao's gone up.
It's interesting. No, because I must admit, I asked earlier if it was
Yes.
cocoa, and they both blasted me and said
didn't
wrong.
ask me.
They
Well,
both
we
said
said it
wrong
was
on both
cacao.
counts. So I should have asked the smartest guy in the room.
Well, I actually read
I
the story
don't
this
think-
morning in the Herald Sun
Yes.
and wrote the quiz question.
Bailey, are you still listening, or have you tuned
Yeah,
out
yeah.
like everyone else? Yeah, no, okay.
I feel like it's a Pan situation.
Yeah, no, I've just looked it up, and no, they are two different things. To be fair though, very similar. Like the word, even the word written the same. They're both in chocolate, cocoa and cacao. It's confusing. It is confusing.
Yeah.
If anything, probably shouldn't have been in the quiz.
Yes,
there was-
no, and what I'm saying is correct. So cacao refers to the raw material, and cocoa is created after the beans are ground.
Right.
And I thought and we thought we were doing cacao.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
I don't know what's happening, but I want
I
some
think I just
chocolate
explained.
now.
I think I explained it pretty well. I think it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, wonderful. Good stuff, guys. Well, approaching the 7th minute of the quiz this morning. Let's wrap this up. Riptide is the number 1 song on the Aussie charts right now. Can you please finish these lyrics?
I love you when you sing the song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause
You're going to sing the words wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, Bailey. You've won that smart speaker. You also get to pick the next song we play. We said we're going to put these two up next to each other yesterday. Would you like some thong song?
let me see that
Or Blink 182?
that's about the time she walked away from me.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, bit of Blink 182, Bailey.
I took her out. It was a Friday night. I woke alone to get the feeling right. We started making out, and she took off my pants. But then I turned on the TV.
Fun fact for you, if you scroll back to November 2020 on Mark Hoppus's Instagram, one of the band members of Blink 182, you will see a photo of me there
What?
On
How?
his,
on his Instagram.
Where?
not on yours.
On his Instagram. It was one of the festivals. Good Things. I think it was Good Things. Yeah, he played with his other band before Blink were back together, and I was in the sort of backstage bit and having a bit of a chat to
fancy.
Mark Hoppus. And
What are we talking about?
I don't know, man. I was just trying to get a photo with him. He was eating lamingtons, which is
Was he?
which is weird. Guy from Blink eating lamingtons, and
He looks like a guy that would work in a library.
yeah. He's obviously a pretty cool guy, but yeah, he's really spiking that hair up still. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I did get a photo with him and had a bit of a chat
Yep.
with some of the other bands there. And yeah, so I said there's a photo of me that's basically it's a photo of him, and I'm in the background of it.
I haven't seen this photo.
Yeah, it's a Polaroid photo of him at the festival. And then if you look in the back, it's like
Oh,
me.
Polaroid.
Me sort of,
you can't see anything in the background's a Polaroid.
you can see it.
Hang on, so what
I'll
date?
chuck it on the Ben Lee
What-
Belle
yeah,
Instagram if you
what-
want.
I want to see it. What date was it?
As I said, you've got to scroll back to November 2020. So we could
November
honestly,
2020.
Belle,
I'll do that.
we don't have to do it live time.
Well,
No, not now.
I would way rather Liam just do what he said he's going to do, and
Just put it on the story.
you go find it, screenshot it, put it on the story.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Thanks.
scroll back.
An AFL coach has saved a man's life in Bali. So imagine this, right? You're on a holiday, you're in Bali, and you decide to go cliff diving. Sounds very
Okay.
dangerous. That's what
Well,
the person
there's
was
your
doing.
problem.
Yeah, that's what the person was doing.
You've got there on your moped. You're completely blind.
Wearing your thongs.
No helmet. But, it's Bali, so it'll probably be fine.
Yep.
Whatever.
Why not jump off the cliff?
And so you're cliff diving, having a great time. You dive off said cliff into the water, dislocate your shoulder.
Okay.
Now, you're in the extremely rough, choppy water. There's obviously rocks everywhere. You're about to get smashed into the rocks.
People die in Bali surfing all the time. Like it's pretty rough swell out there for sure.
And so you've dislocated your shoulder. You're screaming in pain, right? You're going, help, because you can't swim. You've dislocated your shoulder. And then over paddles this shaved-headed figure. Pretty good body, built pretty well, good stock, and pulls you on to their board.
My shoulder!
You're smelling of bingtang. He's probably smelling of bingtang. I don't know. And he pulls you up on his board, and you look up, and it's Simon Goodwin.
It's a grand old fag.
Is that Premiership coach Simon Goodwin? Is that former Crows star and current Melbourne Demons Football Club coach Simon Goodwin who saved me? Or am I dead? Have I died? What's happening?
Tell you what, if he pulled me up onto the board, I think I was dead.
Yeah. Well, he saved the guy's life. He pulled him onto the board and then kept him afloat and then waved down someone on a jet ski. Jet ski came over. They chucked him on a jet ski, took him back to safety on land.
Oh, what a good man.
What a man.
Good man, Goodwin. Wow. That's I mean, because you're putting your own life at danger when you're going out. You really got to back yourself in as I'm a bit of a rooster. I'm a strong swimmer that I can pull someone else out who's struggling. So what a hero. Could have gone the other way. Because normally it's in Bali, it's AFL players drowning in swim up bars and drinking, as I said, with the bintangs and the cocktails because it's, you know what I mean? They're getting so blind in their off season. But the fact that this AFL person has saved someone else's life.
Imagine the rush that guy gets now every time he gets to tell that story about I was cliff diving and then guess who came over, right? Simon Goodwin.
That is
like,
and they're going, no, show them the article, man. We'll show them the photo.
Did you get a photo?
Yeah.
No way.
That's huge.
That's awesome, man.
Who'd you see in Bali? Because, obviously, it's sort of Australia's favourite travel destination.
It's a hotbed for C and B grade celebrities.
Yeah,
I'd say D.
And I would also say, your story doesn't have to be as crazy as Simon Goodwin pulled you out of some swell.
Yep.
But did you see a bit of a star, an Australian star in Bali?
Oh, I'd also accept Hollywood.
Oh, yeah,
If someone saw, Steve Buscemi at Waterbomb Park.
Do they go to Bali, though? Isn't Bali just pretty much
more
us?
Hawaii and Fiji, I think.
Yeah.
That's their Bali.
Maldives.
But if you did see them, we will absolutely take that. 13, 24, 10. Who'd you see in Bali?
We'll give you a $300 Kogan voucher.
$300?
We agreed on 200.
I upped it.
All right, that's a sweet prize for our favourite caller. 13 24 10 is our number. We'd love to know who did you see in Bali. The best caller is walking away with a $300 Kogan gift voucher.
Incredible story. Ben was just telling us that Simon Goodwin, Melbourne coach, he saved someone in the swell in Bali. Imagine that. So you've gone to Bali, you've almost died, and you've been pulled out with a dislocated shoulder by none other than Simon Goodwin. So we're asking this morning, 13 24 10, for a $300 Kogan voucher. Who'd you see in Bali?
First up, we got Abby from Glenroy. Good morning. Who'd you see in Bali?
Morning, guys. How are you?
Good.
Good. I saw Nathan Cleary, so Ivan Cleary's son, the Penrith Panthers rugby player.
Prince of Penrith.
Yeah,
he
that's the
is a big
That's a rugby player.
rooster. Yeah, no, it's not sort of the code we go for here, but it's sort of like Buddy Franklin, Dustin Martin, Bailey Smith
Bang on.
rolled into one.
Wow.
So he's epic. In NRL, he's
I
the
could
guy.
see how you'd see him in Bali then.
Abby, what was he doing?
So we were at a club called Surveyor, which was on New Year's Day night, and me and my boyfriend, Nick, give you a little shout out, we saw him and we did the classic, we'd love to get a photo, but he literally had 100 girls around him the whole entire night. Did not look fun.
They don't call him the Prince for nothing. And do you know who he picked, Abby? I don't know if you know this celeb goss, but supposedly he's with Matilda's sweetheart, Mary Fowler. Yes, everyone's obsessed with Mary Fowler. She's one of the great Tilly's players, so they sort of apparently have struck up a little bit of a relationship.
Oh, she's too good for that.
I mean, they're
talking about?
both pretty.
An
Oh, he's in
absolute star.
Bali with 100.
He's allowed to
women
go to
around.
Bali, Belle.
Yeah, he sounds. Ugh.
Abby, thank you very much.
No, I'm assuming the girls are following him around. He's not
Yeah.
following the girls around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can't help it. He's just the
can't
Prince of
help it. He's a
Penrith.
rooster.
He can't go anywhere. You know, he's in Indonesia. They're still following him around.
Ladies, back it up. I'm a
Back it
respectable
up.
man.
Come on. Yeah, the Panther, you know, I know I'm a prince, but 100 of you may be too much for me, all right?
Not a good look.
Not a good look. Back away, ladies. Back away.
Sherelle in Lang Lang, good morning. Who'd you see in Bali?
I also seen Nathan Cleary, but I did yesterday.
Where did you see him?
A potato head.
Yesterday when I was at Mississippi.
Hang on, you were in
In
Mississippi
Bali.
yesterday.
Yeah, I'm literally driving home from the airport.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
right. So, hey,
Whoa.
I wonder hey, Abby, how long ago did you see Cleary in Bali? Was that recently as well?
This was last year's New Year.
He's backing it up.
He loves it. He loves it. You can't keep him away from Kuta. He wins a flag and then he's boom right off to Canggu.
Sherelle, let me ask you. At Potato Head, was he surrounded by women?
I was Mississippi, and
sorry.
yes, my friend was one of them.
Oh, little different this time.
Oh, dearie
Hang
me.
on, so he's not with Mary?
No, he was with a group of boys. It was a bucks party for one of his friends.
Oh, no, we've caught him in the act, Sherelle. So
Someone get Daily Mail on the line.
So your mate, Sherelle, your mate was with him, like hanging around.
No, my mate was not with him. We were
Okay.
just like at Mrs. having a chat with them. All of them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
I love
Whoa.
how Cleary's just in Bali all the time. When he's not in Penrith, he's in Bali. I love that. That's honest. Ed in South Yarra. Who did you see in Bali?
Hey guys, how you going?
Good.
I'll give you the bit of the background. I've got a bit of a thing with tattoos.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan.
Oh, yeah.
We were at Kudaitar, and there were these couple of ripped blokes with their shirts off, with "My Brother's Keeper" written on their back in the script.
Yeah.
And
I know what that means.
well, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
And I was with my mates, and I said, "Hey, do you reckon these guys got really drunk last night and went and got the same tattoo as each other?
Yeah.
Should we go and ask them?"
Yeah, don't ask him
And
that.
so I'm going over there, and my
Nah.
mates pull me back, and they're saying, "Hey, Ed, that's the Bra Boys.
That's the
you don't
Bra
want to
Boys.
go anywhere
Oh,
near
is that the
those
Bra
guys."
Boys?
Bra Boys.
So
You
I
saw the
was,
Bra Boys in Bali.
inches away from
Yeah, Ed, you know,
having to go at the Bra Boys about their tattoos.
Whoa.
I know, like, one of my mates from Cronulla, we were in Bali, and he went over and introduced me to his mate, and he was this little guy, and he had cauliflower ears, and people were getting photos of him and stuff in Bali, and he had My Brother's Keeper as well. This is how I know about this. And I was, like, asking him about, like he was like, I was talking about surfing because I did some surfing lessons. Like, I've been surfing one time.
Oh, no.
He's like, and I was like, yeah. He was like talking about surfing. I was like, yeah, I went surfing the other day as well. Yeah.
Oh.
And then like, and I got ripped up in the coral. I was literally like an Indonesian guy helped me up on this big thick board, you know. And then I didn't realize that the guy I was talking to is like this iconic big wave surfer. He was also one of the first Australians in the UFC. His name's escaped me now, but he's like on the front cover of the film Bra Boys. He's like one of the three guys. And I had no idea, but I'm glad you didn't ask him about the tattoos because I don't think they would have liked that.
These stories have been wild. I've thoroughly enjoyed
Also,
these.
all people you would expect to see in
Yeah.
Bali, right? It's
All very New South Wales,
Nathan
though.
Cleary and a Bra Boy.
Ed, thank you very much. Jackie joins us in Geelong. Who'd you see in Bali?
Hi, I saw Chrissy Swan.
Oh, Chrissy!
Nova's very own.
Oh, okay.
What was she doing?
Well, I saw her 2 times in the same night. Firstly, she was eating dinner at Sea Circus,
Yep.
and then enjoying a nice big double scooped ice cream just outside
Yeah.
on the
Love
park
it.
bench.
Yeah, okay.
And then we saw her buying a special bum bag for someone in one of the fake bag shops. So
Yeah, she
bum
does.
bag.
She loves bum bags. That
Yeah.
sounds like Chrissy.
That checks out, Jackie.
Anthony in Narre Warren, who'd you see in Bali?
Wayne Carey, the duck.
oh, the duck.
The duck.
What was the duck up to?
He was enjoying a lovely dinner with a lovely young lady.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get caught with any anti-inflammatory powder in Bali now, would you? That's a very different
Yeah.
set of rules over there.
Troy joins us now. Troy, who'd you see in Bali?
Hi, guys. Jordan DeGoey.
Of course
Did
you did.
you?
Now we're getting Melbourne.
Oh, no.
What was DeGoey up to? Where was that?
It was also at Mississippi. So
Is that, hang on. Is that the
Awesome.
time that he was...
No, that was Motel Mexico, right?
Oh, yeah? Was this the same trip? Was this like
Troy,
a year?
was he behaving himself?
yeah, look, he was just with the boys actually.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, Mississippi's got that 5-metre diving board.
Yeah.
He right in front of us just sculled his vodka drink, ran up without missing a step and did a backflip off the top of the diving board.
Not surprising. Not
Probably had the glad wrap on from a fresh tart. You're not supposed to go in the pool yet. Who cares?
Backflip.
Should we do this? 13, 24, 10. How many times have you been to Bali?
I would love to do that.
Can we do that? I've been 3 times, and I think that's pretty bogan.
Yeah, because Cleary
Cleary's there.
been
Cleary
twice
lives
back to
there,
back.
basically. Yeah, I think the most bogan thing is when you basically live in Bali. But 13, 24, 10. How many times have you been to Bali?
Alicia joins us now. How many times have you been to Bali?
I've been 4 times.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I've been 3 and I'm planning 4th next year, so that's not
Are
crazy.
you really?
Mm-hmm. September.
Is that why you asked when our holidays are next year?
Yeah, I'm going.
Why are you going back to Bali again? You were just there.
Like friend's 30th. We're doing a big thing in Bali.
Of course.
Mate, can't get enough. I love it. You can take the boy
well,
out of
Alicia-
Kuta, but you can't take Kuta out of the boy.
Alicia,
Even
Liam's
though I
about
wasn't
to-
born in Kuta, but, you know.
Yeah. Sarah joins us in Werribee. Good morning, Sarah. How many times
Good
have you been to
morning.
Bali?
I've been to Bali 6 times and I have number 7 booked.
Oh, can you bring us back some sunglasses?
Sure.
Some Ray-Ban Dinos?
I started going with the family, so
Yeah.
we went with the family for the first 2 times,
Mhm.
and since then I've left the husband and kids at home and I just go back by myself.
Love that.
You go by yourself,
So
Sarah.
what are you doing, Sarah? You luxing it and going to like Uluwatu, the cliffs and all the nature,
Yeah,
or Ubud,
yeah.
or are you just...
Partying.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, mostly relaxation, spas, massages, sitting by the pool, drinking cocktails.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
You know, just being myself for
Yeah,
a little while.
Sarah,
yourself.
6 going on 7. That's impressive. Kate joins us now in Geelong. Surely you can't beat that.
Yeah, but this is a bit by default. So I used to be a flight attendant, so I worked the Bali run. So I've probably been over 100 times. Hundreds of times.
How long did you get to stay in Bali for at a time, Kate?
So it's actually a good trip. That's why everyone wants it, because it's 4 days.
So you fly to Bali, you get to hang out there for 4 days, and then you fly back.
Well, you fly to Bali, and then the next day you do a Perth return, which is always a bit of a gross killer. There's a fair few bogans on that one. And then you have 36 hours, and then you fly the red eye home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind
It's
that.
not bad at all.
Yeah, and so do you have the hair braids in for your job, or you have to take them out before you get back on the plane?
No one would dare have the hair braids. But you'd get the worst clients would have is or customers is they'd be totally sunburnt on the way home, completely red, and they'd peel their skin on the seat, and they'd get off and then all be dead skin all peeled off on the seat.
Yeah, that's Bali for you.
Look, Kate, that's impressive. I feel like it's a little bit of bending the rules because of the flight attendant stuff. Let's go to one more caller. Audrey joins us in Lilydale. You're not a flight attendant. How many times have you been to Bali?
We've been 17 times and we've got our 18th booked for next year.
Yeah, you can't get enough. We'll see you at Sky Garden, Audrey. I'll see you there next September. You've scored yourself a $300 Kogan voucher. You can use that. You can take the $300 and buy 700 pairs of sand shoes and some singlets with funny sayings written on them.
Yeah.
We actually got engaged over there, so yeah.
No, good on you, Audrey.
Beautiful.
18
Love it.
times.
Just at Waterbomb Park. Frances Bean Cobain, daughter of Kurt Cobain. And Courtney Love, she's all grown up now. She's just got married to Tony Hawk's son. Riley Hawk.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine that? So they're going to have a kid, right? And that kid's going to go to school and he's going to say, yeah, my grandpa's Tony Hawk. You've played those games before? Oh, yeah, my other grandpa, Kurt Cobain. He had a band called Nirvana. That is like the coolest
kid.
That's very
coolest
cool.
kid.
That's. I wonder how they met. Do we know how they met? Because that's like.
That is pure, that is a power couple. That's 2 royal families coming together. Also, if you are getting married and you're looking for a celebrant, Michael Stipe does weddings.
Everybody
From REM. He was the celebrant. He married them.
He married them.
He married them.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Because, he is Francis's godfather. And her godmother, who was also there, Drew Barrymore.
What?
So, I mean, can you get more celebrities in one room?
Wow.
Good stock.
Oh, that's good stock. You know what I mean? They don't have money troubles, do they?
Messi, Ronaldo, Kerr, Neymar, Ben, Liam and Belle? All of the world's best football players, clubs and radio hosts in one spot. EA Sports FC 24. This could change the world game forever as 3 of the world's average players go head-to-head in a huge video game. Ben, Liam and Belle play EAFC 24. Who will come out on top? Set your Zellers to boo-boo and warm up those vocal cords because there's going to be some epic... EA Sports FC 24. Football is yours. Available everywhere now.
This is going to be huge. I mean, everyone's had a sesh with their mates on the PS5 or the Xbox or whatever it is.
Isn't that right, Belle?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of EA Sports FC. I mean, I've been playing since the early days. 2003 was the first one I had, which came out in 2002. So I've been playing this since I was literally a child. Ben's picked up the new game because there's a bit of hype around it. Started playing last week. And he's like traditionally like a gamer guy. Like he spends a lot of time playing games. I've only played one game for my whole life. But he thinks he can beat me after like 1 week of practice, which is a real slap in the face.
I think you're going to see that natural gaming talent trumps you playing it for however long you play it.
Yeah, you're not going to come close. It's kind of like when UFC fighters get into a boxing ring and there's a bit of hype around it, but then they just get smacked because it's like it's a very different thing. Like it's very different.
Did you see in our group chat? I was practicing last night. I was playing a bit, and I smoked Arsenal, mate. I was playing on professional.
Yeah,
smoked him
literally.
3-1.
The fact you're playing professional, not world class, and then the fact you don't even play online, dude. Like you don't. It's a different game. You're not familiar with my game, bro.
You don't even play online.
Okay.
You're not familiar with my game. You're absolutely gonna get smoked.
You don't wear that like headset. And
No, I don't.
People,
I don't
you?
talk to them because they would just swear at me the whole time because I'd be absolutely pantsing them.
Here's the thing. This is why.
And
you
also,
should...
most people who play are children, and I don't really want to be talking to kids
I
online.
used to listen to my brothers play because they would live on the game and they would be wearing the headsets and stuff, and it was weird.
Well, Belle, you're getting involved as well.
Absolutely,
but look,
I've got luck on my side.
Here's the thing. You can get involved with this, okay? And there's an amazing prize up for grabs. So we have got $2,000 plus your very own PS5 if you get involved. You just got to register, novafm.com.au. You've got to pick whose team you want to be on. It's going to be all 3 of us playing against each other. The winner gets to pick the person who's on their team, gets to win that amazing prize.
Yeah, so it's happening tomorrow, 6:30. There'll be a live stream. We'll put links up on my socials, so it's very easy to watch. And someone's also winning a PlayStation 5 just for watching the stream as well. But yeah, register right now via the Nova Player or novafm.com.au. We do have 104 entries already, so it's going strong, guys. And as you said, you've got to pick the winning team if you want to win the prize. Ben has 54 people on his side at the moment.
Nice.
Which is a bit of a lull because I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you the biggest guarantee I've ever given on this show. I will win this, hands down. And for the 50 people who've gone with me, congratulations. You might win $2,000 and a PS5. Ben's not going to win.
It's 104 people.
Yes.
Yep.
54. So
yeah, Belle's doing the math here. 0 people have decided to go.
What the hell?
On Belle's team. Well, I mean, no one's going to. Well, you're not going to win though. Like it's like you don't play any games at all.
You just
so it's
click
like
some buttons and you just.
No, you're going to get pumped. It's going to be hilarious.
It's beginner's luck.
It's not beginner's luck.
It's not beginner's luck.
I am so confident in beating you that I reckon I could play the first half properly and then put my controller down for the second half, and I still don't think you'd be able to win. I don't think you'd be able to score enough
If
to.
we look at the stats, if you join my team, you'll probably be one of 2 people, and then when I win, you got a 50-50
Well, that's true.
chance
I suppose
at winning.
it's like picking a roughie. I suppose if you go for Belle and it's like 5,000 to 1, but if she gets up, then it's between 1 and 2. So, look, 13, 24, 10. We do need some entries for Team Belle. We do have a call here from Jared in Hoppers Crossing. Look, if you go with me, you're probably going to win the cash and the PS5. We've had 54 people go for Ben, but we do need some people to go for Belle. Would you like to be on her team?
Oh, 100%. She's going to smoke us all.
Oh, thanks, Jared.
Jared, mate, you're back in the wrong
Dude,
horse.
that's sweet, but just so you know, you can't, once you make your decision, you got to stick with it, yeah?
Okay,
So,
Jared, at the moment, you are guaranteed to win the 2,000 and the PlayStation then.
If Belle wins.
That's it. I'm a gambling man. Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, now, Jared, it's a 50-50 because Celine has given us a buzz. Good morning, Celine. You're going to go Team Belle.
Sure am, girl power all the way.
Yes, Celine. Thanks so much.
I
You're
know
on the
that,
list.
I love girl power, and that's nice, but that's misplaced though, right, Celine? Because she doesn't know what the shoot button is. I don't think she's picked up a controller before.
It's circle.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I play against my partner and I press buttons and I still get a goal. So
There you go.
He's
Celine, that's
they're
the thing.
letting you
just
do
use
it. They're letting you.
buttons.
Yeah, that's
like
what they
that.
all
You
say.
just
Yeah.
click stuff.
How do you do a finesse shot then, Belle?
What's a finesse?
Oh,
shot?
yeah, exactly.
How do you slide tackle?
Hold down triangle and
Nope.
Z.
Wrong.
That's a through ball.
Wrong. You lose that play. Christine joins us now. Good morning. You also want to go Team Belle.
Absolutely, all the way, Belle.
Thanks, Christine.
Christine,
You're on my list.
are you doing that to be nice, or are you doing that because you want to throw $2,000 on a PS5 down the drain? What's your end game here? What do you?
It's about Belle. Belle's just going to show those boys up for a change.
I can't wait
Thank
for
you,
people to
Christine.
watch the stream tomorrow night to see Belle get
Christine.
absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out your names every time I score a hat trick. I'm gonna go. That's for Jared. That's for Celine. That's for Christine.
Celine, we should have a competition within the competition that whenever you play Belle and then I play Belle and then we play each other. When we play Belle, we should see who can score more against her.
That's just mean.
I will score between 20 and 30 goals.
What about the
against
competition is how many can we let Belle get?
No, it's boring. All right, if you want to get involved, make sure you register novafm.com.au. You can win $2,000 plus your very own PS5 for picking the right team. It's going to be me. EA Sports FC 24. Football is yours. Available everywhere now and tomorrow night. As Liam said, we'll put the links up all over our socials. If you watch the stream tomorrow night at 6:30, you can also win a PS5. How sweet's that? 13 24 10. Give us a buzz right now. I'd love to know story behind the nickname. We have got a prize up for grabs as well. What are we thinking, Belle?
You know what? If you give us a buzz, our favourite caller will be walking away with a VIP double pass to the magical Melbourne Cup Carnival.
All right, 13 24 10. Story behind the nickname. Because my mum, I saw her on the weekend, and she said, I've been meaning to tell you for a long time. My hairdresser has been telling me that her boyfriend knows you. And I was like, okay, so my mum has a hairdresser.
Mum's hairdresser.
She's obviously a younger lady. So the hairdresser's boyfriend has been saying that he knows me.
Well, that checks out.
Here we go.
No, but I mean, same sort of area growing up.
Absolutely.
Out in the regions of
Yep.
South Australia. I mean,
Yep.
that doesn't seem wild.
And so I said, okay, what's his name? And then my mum said that she said, he said that Ben would know him as curry sandwiches.
Curry sandwiches. Your old mate, curry sandwiches. Is it because he ate curry sandwiches at school and you called him curry sandwiches?
Well, my initial response was, because I was in school years ago, it was 15 years ago I was in school. So
Does he know you or did you bully him? You know what I mean?
I was
He'd know him as loser.
Yeah, you'd know me as Fart McGibbons.
And my initial
curry sandwich eater.
My initial response was, no, I don't remember. And then I was like, I do remember giving someone the nickname in school curry sandwiches, and it was because he ate a lot of curry sandwiches, and I started calling him curry sandwiches.
Not that creative.
I was 100%. It was like
I'd be surprised if he was having Fritz and sauce sandwiches for sure.
he was a nice guy, and it wasn't like a nasty nickname.
Yeah.
It was an endearing nickname that I gave him.
What was his real name?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't remember that.
You never took the time to ask.
No, I just knew it was curry
Do you
sandwiches.
reckon you'd know him if you saw him? If he bumped into you?
I'd be lying if I said I did.
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said I did.
That's very sad if Curry Sam was just listening to the podcast.
He's getting a shout out.
He's really hung on to that, hasn't
he's
he?
getting a shout out.
Not really. No, if his name's is like...
He's sitting there going, that's me.
Yeah, well...
I'm Curry Sam.
Yeah, but he's not going to be able to prove that to his mates because he can't even tell us if his name's Simon or Chris or whatever.
Also, a very brave sandwich choice, isn't it?
It is.
Go to school with curry sandwich.
Is that an egg curry? Is that what we're talking
I think
about?
it might have been an egg curry.
Anything like a little bit out of the norm, like you're going to get picked on for, you know what I mean? Like anything that's not just like Vegemite and butter, and you're basically going to be like, ooh, lettuce boy. Like, oh, yeah.
Imagine if you came to work eating curry sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, why? I'd still get to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
you eat some pretty rank, spicy stuff sometimes.
You reckon?
So it's not that far off.
Rad has gotten in touch from Taylor's Lakes. Good morning, Rad. What's the story behind the nickname?
How you going, man?
Good.
So when I was growing up in high school, my dad owned the local milk bar.
Yeah.
They used to get called Milk Bar Boy.
Yeah.
Another
one I could have seen coming.
I used to run the milk bar at like 14, and everyone used to walk in, and I just became Milk Bar Boy at school, and everyone's parents was calling me Milk Bar Boy. It was pretty great. So.
That's a great gig to have,
it's a good thing to be known for.
Your dad owning the milk bar is amazing.
Yeah,
that's such a perk. Rad, thanks for getting in touch. You know what? We'll give you a VIP double pass to the Melbourne Cup Carnival, November 4 to 11. Seeing is believing.
That's awesome.
No worries. Tickets from $60 at Ticketmaster, but you've got yours all sorted.
Thanks for that, Rad. If you want to get involved and win yourself a prize, 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. We'd love to know the story behind the nickname. Ash in the newsroom. We're talking nicknames this morning. Story behind the nickname. How did you get your nickname?
So when I played footy, I had a bit of a mishap during a game where an opponent's boot stud went through my ankle and I had a big laceration across my ankle. So you can imagine the word for laceration that rhymes with Ash that I was then called from there on.
And then whenever we call you Gash at work, we get in trouble. So,
And you can imagine playing footy and people screaming that at the top of their lungs.
How'd you get the nickname 13 24 10? Give us a buzz if you got one. We'd love to hear it.
Growing up, there was a guy called Showbags because he's full of shit.
Oh, yes.
It's always a good one.
Yeah.
Tammy in Wallen joins us now. Tell us, what's the story behind your nickname?
So on my 11th birthday, I had all my family and friends over for a party.
Mm-hmm.
And we were opening presents, reading out cards, all of that. And in my card, my mum was a bingo caller.
Sorry, so your mum was a what? A bingo
caller?
Bingo caller,
right.
Yeah. And in my card from my dad was happy birthday, legs 11. Anyway, from that day, everyone in my family, everyone at school, the roll call at school was legs 11.
The roll call? Okay, well, that's just
a lot, isn't it? Yeah. I remember that brought back memories when you told that. I remember being probably like, 14 or 15, and I went to a bingo night with a friend because I don't know why. I was in a small community, and that's what they did. And I don't know, have you guys ever been to a bingo night? They lose it. They go crazy at the numbers. When they go, number 11, and then everyone goes, legs 11!
I mean, you're lucky you weren't 88 two fat ladies, Tammy. That would be the word. That would have been a tougher one to take through school. Sam in Werribee, what's the story behind the nickname?
My surname was Stewart, and I got called Spewart.
So I was thinking it might be Leighton or something like that, like as a nod to the tennis prodigy. But yeah, Spewart. I mean, that's not even that creative, really. That's just a bit mean.
I love how simple they are.
Yeah. Spewart. Oh, Pewee, Spewart's it. Sorry, Sam, probably triggering you a little bit. I was just sort of getting into character there. Rebecca in Caroline Springs. What's the story behind the nickname?
So we had a guy at our high school. His name was Tom Hines, and everyone would call him Soup.
Yeah, great. I love that.
I thought
Beans. I thought Beans for sure.
But I prefer soup.
Soup. Oi, sauce. Oi, tomato sauce here, yeah. Oh, soupy.
Rebecca, thank you very much.
Big and chunky.
Good morning, Melbourne, and happy Wednesday.
We love paying bills here at Nova. It's what we do best. Radun joins us now in Ringwood. Have I said your name completely wrong? Radun.
Raiden.
Oh, I've never seen the name Raiden written down in my life. But I'm not saying it's a bad name.
Raiden's a cool name. It sounds like you're a character from Mortal Kombat.
I'll just go with that, yeah.
Yeah.
What origin is that, Raiden?
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah,
right.
Do people say it weird like I say it often?
Yeah, they read it as Raiden.
Right.
No one says Radoon.
So no one's ever said Radoon?
Is that a
No,
first?
that's a new one.
You're telling me in 28 years no one's ever called you Radoon?
No, you're the first.
Radoon.
All right, Raiden. What is your bill that needs paying?
Car rento.
Oh, the worst.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Mate, come on. How much are we talking here?
$441.
Is that for the 3 months?
6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I reckon we can do it, Raiden. Yeah, we like you.
Yeah,
we like
absolutely.
you.
Oh, thanks so much, guys.
No worries. Just for saying your name wrong, we'll give you 442.
Oh, awesome.
You know what? I'm going to give you 450.
Oh, wow.
Oh, legend.
Yeah.
What type of car do you drive, Raiden?
Kia Rio.
Cool.
Yeah, I also drive a Kia Rio. Snap.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys should hang out.
See you, mate. I don't know about you, but I feel like we lost him when we said his name wrong. Did you get that vibe?
How could you possibly read Raiden?
Dude, I
as
don't know.
Radoon?
I looked down
don't
at the
get it.
screen and I was looking at it for the first time. And normally it says Jamie or Zach or something
do
like
you
that.
know that I had the conversation? I literally said before we came on air. All right, it's Raiden.
I don't know, man.
Confirming it's Raiden.
I didn't hear that bit.
You never listened to me. Radoon.
Radoon.
What's that?
Shut up.
Hey, if today's your birthday, happy birthday.
It's Sarah's birthday today.
It
Is
is.
it?
Yeah.
Is that why you were doing
Liam's
it? Is
fiancé.
that why you were doing a card at work?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Were you writing the card? I didn't see that. Were you writing her card here
This
before?
morning. Well, I pre-bought the card, obviously.
But you were writing it today.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm saying there was. I was looking around going like,
You
whose
should have given
birthday
it to
is
her this morning.
She was asleep. I
You
get
should
up
have
early.
left it like next to the bed.
You'll get her in the afternoon.
I already got her a present, actually, Bill.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty
What
good.
was it?
Oh, long story, but like I bought
Oh,
these
okay.
earrings that she wanted like a year ago, and then she was like, "Hey, have you got any cash? Because I'm going to go pick up this thing from Facebook Marketplace." And I was like, "Oh, what are you going to pick up?" And she's like, "Remember those earrings that?" And I was like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me?" Like I bought them like literally 2 months ago to get ready for her birthday, and I was like, and then I had to be like, "Well, no, I got them for your birthday already."
Speaking of presents, we got our significant others. My wife Sam's birthday was on Friday, and for her birthday, I thought I'd nailed it, and I went on to the Officeworks website, and there was a photo we got.
You lost me at Officeworks, to be honest. I got her a stapler, right? She loves stationery.
No, we took a photo of our son Freddie. It's a really funny photo because he's kind of like leaning back and he's got a really big double chin. It's just a cute, funny photo, and she laughs when she sees it. So I was like, oh, so I got that photo, and I got it printed on an iPhone cover.
Oh,
so she could put it on her phone.
That is
It's
actually
funny.
cool, yeah.
And then it arrived, and I was so excited, and I opened it, and it was for like an iPhone 8. Because I didn't get the model of the phone. I was like clicking through the buttons, and I didn't look at the size.
That's such a basic detail.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So what is she doing? Just having it propped up at home?
It's just in my bedside table.
Okay.
Ben, Belle, grab your keys. Let's open up the forbidden folder. Jeez, these jangly keys make us sound like prison officers. The forbidden folder is where we keep all the ideas that are a bit taboo for radio. And, that's what we want to talk about this morning, like prison guards. And, I don't know how many prison guards are listening, but we thought we'd prearrange this one.
Yep.
So we're joined now by Todd, who is a prison guard or a corrections officer. Is that the right term?
Correct. The politically correct name will be correction officer, a.k.a. babysitter.
Yeah. So you worked in a level 4 maximum security prison in the US. Surely you were messing with some pretty gnarly dudes in there.
Correct. A lot of Mexican mafia, mostly gang members that run the California prison system. If it's Aryan Brotherhood, the street gangs is one thing on the street, but then the prison gangs run the prison gangs.
So did you have any encounter? I'm sure I know this is an obvious question. Did you have any encounters in prison? Did you get in any fights? Like what any close calls? What happened, Todd?
Well, basically, you try to de-escalate. The department wants you to de-escalate and try to communicate. But if you're dealing with people that are criminals, that are low IQ, sometimes communication doesn't work and you got to handle business.
What's the most hectic thing you've seen happen between inmates, Todd?
Basically a riot, a riot over the dumbest shit ever. 200 against 200, full flight riot, just go off if somebody bumps into somebody and doesn't say, excuse me. Like, that's how sensitive the race issue is in prison. Whoa. And it's good that it is racial like that, because if all the races got together and ganged up on the correction officers, we would be done.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes, and I'm basing this off of Hollywood movies, but sometimes like a riot will break out over a disagreement about like someone wanting the other person's muffin off their tray. Yeah. Would that actually cause a riot in prison, Todd?
Yeah, but that's like Orange is the New Black, man. That shit ain't going on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. For sure. Do people, how it's like, you can't be made out to be like a little bitch when you get into prison. Do people do that thing where they go in and they feel like they need to prove that they're tougher, so they do something heinous so then they don't get picked on? Is that a thing?
Take out the biggest guy.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely that goes on big time. You got guys that want to try to act a lot tougher than they are, and especially the young kids that come in 21, 22, they want to make a name for themselves. So if you have a 21-year-old doing life and he's a Mexican gang member, he definitely wants to kill somebody from another race to move up. And eventually he wants to be a leader because he knows he's never getting out. And basically he's into the gang shit and he's brainwashed and he's down for we call it down for the cause. He's down for his race. You know what I mean?
Do you make any allies between you and the prisoners to make your job a bit easier?
Oh, definitely, man. I'm like a salesman. I was a salesman in there, man. You got to definitely talk to these guys, and I had inmates that I was real cool with, and I would do favors for them. Nothing that's risking my job. I would give them extra lunches. I would give them extra phone calls. Oh, I got a good story. Want to hear a story?
Yeah, why not?
All right, so here's a story. I'm working up north. I'm out of the academy. We're self-feeding. Each cell had a food port where we would open it up, and then we would slide the trays to the inmates. Yeah. So I'm new. My jumpsuit is new. My shoes are shined, and there's bacon, there's pancakes, there's potatoes. They got everything on this breakfast, man. So they're asking me for more butter, and there was already butter on the trays, and the butter is real whipped. And they're asking me, hey, CO, can I get more butter? And I'm like, you guys have butter. So then I'm new, so I start giving out a little butter, and then they all recognize that I'm giving out all this butter. So I go back to my buddy, and I go, man, what the is up with this butter?
Yeah.
He said, you don't know? They use that as lube.
Oh, I did not. That took me way too long to realize. Yeah, okay.
That took me too long, too. So when I found out, I said, maybe I should go back to the post office, man. This job ain't for me.
I feel like the gross one because I saw where it was going, for sure.
Oh, I thought it was going to, honestly, I thought it was going to be like a thing to use to, like, I don't know, lube up a weapon or like, I don't know.
No, they were lubing up.
They lubed up a weapon. Yeah, they lubed up a weapon, all right.
Yeah, mate, I'm sure you're a well of stories that are untapped, but you've already given us so much of your time this morning. My final question is, in the morning when you wake up and you're having brekkie, do you still butter your toast?
Oh, no, I don't mess with butter no more, man.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I like cream cheese now.
See you, Todd.
Thanks, Todd.
You got it, man. Take care.
Nova 100, just Ben and Liam in the studio right now. Belle doing one of her famous poos. I don't know why she does that. It's a minute. That song's a minute 54. Oh, here she is.
Oh, you're back, are you?
No.
Gee whiz, that coffee's gone straight through.
That is mean. I got pulled out of the studio for a chat with producer Andy.
Probably because he said, "Can you stop playing at work so much? It's really fun to throw the employees."
Belle,
up.
in the future, Belle, when I play Paul Russell, it's a minute 54, so you don't have time to do those famous.
I don't even poo at work because I just get so bloated, and yet here's Liam who goes 3 times during a show.
Nothing wrong with a healthy bowel.
Yeah,
that's not healthy. You go so much.
I'm not pooing every time I go to the toilet. Gee whiz, I'm just going.
Take a long time. All right, well, anyway.
Long wheeze.
Anyway, Belle, just try and time that a bit better for me in the future, please.
I didn't.
Be you. What? Someone bring in the Glen 20.
It's not even funny.
I got something here, guys.
It's not even funny.
Yeah, give that a honk, mate. Bell's a stinky pooer.
So immature.
Sort your diet out.
So,
you really
this is
do.
the lowest
It's that bloody
rank of humour.
vegetarian diet of yours.
Oh no, broccoli.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.